Welcome back everybody, MC here with another video, and today I want to show you guys how to make turtle armor in Terraria. Now for turtle armor you're going to need turtle shells, which I have already prepared, and you're going to need chlorophyte bars. I've already collected the chlorophyte. I'm just going to show you how to get each of these later on in the video, but first I'll just show you the armor itself. So the armor is one of the strongest armors in the game and can be upgraded to the beetle armor using beetle husks that you get from Golem. And it's one of the most defensive armors you can get in the game before you start the pillars and before you fight Moonlord, pretty much. So it's very useful, especially if you're doing a melee playthrough or a melee build in the game. I'm just going to show you the crafting recipe real quick for the beetle shell, and there you go. You need beetle husks, as I said, from the Golem for that. But we're going to focus mostly on the turtle shell itself in this video, simply because the beetle armor is very easy to make once you have the turtle scale mail, for example, or just the other armors in general. And I just want to show you how good this stuff is just by using a full set of turtle armor. The only downside to turtle armor, and to beetle armor as well, is that you are going to have enemies attacking you more likely. And because of that, everything's going to become more aggressive once you use turtle armor. Now I find that is very useful to know, but also it's kind of redundant in a way, because everything in Terraria wants to kill you anyway. So if you're going to be getting chased by enemies, I don't really see any point in worrying about that part. You get a 15% damage reduction by wearing turtle armor as well, which is very, very handy if you're going for a tanky build. And also the armor making enemies attack you more often is kind of like multiplayer more so than anything. You don't really need to worry about it otherwise. But of course, I'm going to stick with my hallowed armor for now, because I want to show you how to get the turtle shells and how to get the chlorophyte. The turtle shells are kind of rare, so you're going to be grinding a little bit for them. And what you want to do is you want to go to the jungle and you want to kill turtles. And they usually drop them very rarely. I'm going to get very lucky here because, I mean, I got 4 turtle shells, I think in one night, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, like turtle armor, you could be grinding for a while. So if you are about to write a comment to say that you're still not getting turtle shells, don't give up. You will get them at some point. So you go to the jungle. It doesn't matter if it's hallowed. If you have water candles, you can increase the spawn rate. You can also do that using battle potions, of course. And the reason why I keep jumping up and down like this is because I want to renew the spawns in the area. Now, obviously, killing the enemies in the area as well helps to increase the spawn rate of the turtles, because you're killing everything that isn't the turtle. But also jumping up and down, going up into the sky a little bit and coming back down, kind of resets the spawns a little bit, increases the amount of enemies that are going to be near you, and gives you a higher chance of getting turtle shells. Oh, also, when it comes to turtle shells, make sure you pick up the first one as soon as you can so that you make room for the stack, because there's nothing worse than not having room for the turtle shell, and then you don't end up picking them up even though they get dropped, especially ones that you don't see dropping, and then you end up missing them, and then you have to go back and try again. And as you saw there, I got really lucky with turtle shells. You won't get that lucky normally, believe me. So we have the first ingredient. We need a lot of chlorophyte bars for this. So we're going to have to go get some chlorophyte bars. And to do that, we're going to need some chlorophyte. So off to the jungle again, everything pretty much in the jungle for the turtle armor. And the jungle is quite dangerous, so we're going to buff up nicely as well. As you can see, I'm using post Moonlord gear. So technically the turtle armor is redundant by now in my actual playthrough, but it'll make it a little bit easier for me to use higher powered weapons to survive the jungle. But for this footage, I decided I wanted to be nice and strong, but I can make it a little bit easier to go get the chlorophyte. In other words, make sure you're buffed up and ready to fight the enemies in the jungle. They can be very damaging. So we're looking for the chlorophyte here. As you can see, we're looking for the green ore that's very shiny. You can't really miss it. But I highly recommend also using a spelunker potion in order to be able to see the armor or to see the chlorophyte a lot easier. And if you do that, it'll be very easy for you to just dig around and look exactly where the chlorophyte is. So spelunker potion, highly recommended for this one. Usually I get started, make sure that there's plenty of chlorophyte in the area, and then I start to get the Spelunker potion used for my playthroughs. So we're just going to dig away now and try and get the rest of this chlorophyte. We're going to need a lot of it. Once again, make sure you pick up the chlorophyte at the beginning because you want it to be able to stack in your inventory, and you don't want to miss out on the chlorophyte itself because you end up leaving it on the ground behind you, especially if you didn't see yourself digging into chlorophyte. And yeah, that would be an absolute nightmare of a situation to happen. Anyway, that is it, guys. We're going to be letting you get your chlorophyte, get your turtle armor. And if you have any questions, make sure you ask me in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. And yeah, let me know what you think. Ta-ta!